Morning. My name is Nadeem Jafri. I am coming from Ahmedabad. I have a story to tell you. This is a story of an advertising professional who turned entrepreneur. Just to go back, I think from IMS Indore in 1998. After finishing my MBA, I joined Dainik Bhaskar. I was the executive space selling in Ahmedabad. Then I joined Indian Express. Then I joined an advertising company called Trikaya Grey. During 2000, it was Trikaya Grey. Then it was rechristened as Grey Worldwide. We worked on your brand, Marico, in Bombay. I was in Ahmedabad. So till 2004, I was with Grey. Now during my tenure at Grey, I realized that the executives who were staying in Bombay had very good opportunity of growth because advertising was a business which was booming. Ahmedabad is a small town as compared to Bombay. So the colleagues who joined with me, they were maybe they were taking lift while I was taking stairs to reach a position. So I felt a strong urge to move out of advertising and do something in Ahmedabad. This is my background. I'll start the story from here. Before that, up till now you had a very inspiring and educative sessions. Mine is not an educative. It is basically sharing an experience as an entrepreneur. So you can judge whether I was right or maybe whether I was wrong. Right? Point to discuss. First, I will try to give you a story on launching a retail brand. How did I go about? Then why Hearty Mart and why it went to rural as a market. Then what is Hearty Mart Enterprise and why, according to me, it is a strategic move. What I want to do in future, bottlenecks and open forum. Now again, let me just give you a brief background of Ahmedabad. I don't know how many of you have gone to Ahmedabad, but it is a typical city with lots of ghettos. It is a riot-prone city, to be honest with you. And this supermarket has a backdrop of a riot called 2002 Gujarat riots. After that, there were lots of changes in the city, and that is how this business has emerged. So let me show you this. Okay, before this is an inspirational quote which I always love to highlight. Carton Cartis has said that if Coca-Cola is bankrupt, the next day it will get all the loan to build up the brand. That is the power of branding. We'll see this story. I hope speakers are there. This will give you an idea of what the locality where I am stationed. Where are the speakers?
Marginalized, left in the shadows to fend for itself, and look how it has emerged from the shadows, shrugging off the existing mindset and taking charge. Now close to 3 lakh Muslims live here, and rather than wait for the state government to help them advance, they've all made a better life for themselves.
This is the heart of Juhapura in Ahmedabad, a locality that's home to 3 lakh Muslims. But Juhapura, a communal tinderbox and a neighborhood that's never been on the state's development agenda, is finally making strides. And part of its now contemporary look, a bank, an ATM, and Juhapura's first high-rise facilities that reflect a changing mindset.
इसमें कम से कम गुजरात गवर्नमेंट की जहां तक बात करूं या कॉरपोरेशन की बात करूं तो इन लोगों ने कोई भी डेवलपमेंट का यहां पर काम नहीं किया है. ये जो एक पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी को निग्लेक्ट करने में आया है, उससे जो अंदर से निकली हुई एक प्रगति अपने आप में इस विस्तार के लोगों ने अपने आप में.
What is the locality? What was my target audience and how I go about? This particular thing has nothing to do with rural, but it is just to creating a base so that you will know what the localities and what the business I am into.
In the name he has chosen for his chain of superstores. This entrepreneur believes things are changing for the better, and it's enthusiasm like this that will take Juhapura out of the shadow that's always held it back.
Initially, there was lots of skepticism. Even consumers and the residents, they felt that maybe we would close down in a year's time. The suppliers were not ready to give us merchandise on credit, but we all fought with it. We stayed here.
In a state often divided by ghettoism and communal biases, Juhapura is setting a new shining example. An example that clearly shows that a community can stride ahead when citizens take initiatives. With cameraman Natu Farmer in Ahmedabad, Joydeep Ray for NDTV.
That's all we have for you for the moment, but news updates continue.
Okay. Now, going back to year 2002, when I was on deputation for pitch of Reliance Infocom, I had I was fortunate enough to be in Phoenix Mill Compound, because during that time, Grey Worldwide had its office in Phoenix Mill Compound, and there was Big Bazaar, which was just beside the office, right? So whenever I used to get a time, I used to go down, I used to go to a Big Bazaar, I would come back, because during my lunch hours also, and maybe whenever I was free. Way back in 2002, in fact, Mr. Biani never expanded, so Big Bazaar was confined to Ahmedabad. I mean Bombay. It was not in Ahmedabad. It was a new experience to me. I thought that if I am planning to do something, let me try to do something in retail. That is how, from advertising, my first thought of retail came. This was in 2002. Then the paper said, because we follow papers a lot, I also tried following it. Paper said that organized retail share way back in 2002 was just 4.5%. That means 95.5% still India used to purchase the food grocery from mom and pop store. That was, and the speculation was that by 2010 it will be 10%. So there was enough space of growth. So in September 2003, I started exploring the localities. Khanpur, Navrangpura and Vishala Circle were the prominent localities. Khanpur because it is way on the banks of riverfront. So it was lots of growth potential which was there. Navrangpura is a Cosmo area in Ahmedabad, but real estate cost is too high. I zeroed down Vishala Circle, which is near Juhapura. So, and Juhapura, as we just saw the clipping, it is a riot prone area. That is the general perception. Now, after 2002, most of the Muslims, they were finding a place which was supposed to be a safe haven, because their business premises were burned down. So we also moved from another place to Juhapura. This gave the locality too much of crowd, but basic amenities were not in place. I thought that I should try to launch a business which will physically bridge this gap. I will try to bring the basic amenities to a locality. By this thought, we did the research with these many colonies, and we found out that 399, matlab 400 household, they purchased their food grocery from a convenience store. Convenience store means whatever store is nearby. So they were not very loyal to a particular brand. That means there was enough space for me to target these 400 households. Now, because of this strong ghettoization, their average ticket size for a grocery sale was almost on an average 7,678, which is very high. But you see this from the backdrop of what I have told. Many people staying in a small place. So joint family tha, to unka bahut ticket size बढ़ गया. That ticket size means one purchase at a store for a monthly household. So my target business was around 30 lakhs. That means if I targeted them properly, 30 lakhs ka business per month I can do. That was what I thought of, right? This is the project detail. 62.5 lakhs were invested, and these were the real estate, infrastructure, inventory, promotional cost.